Hola clase. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to make an interactive notebook for what we're currently studying, which is countries. So it's going to wind up looking something like this, okay, where you can see the country, and this is in relationship to where they really are, like Cuba kind of lines up with Honduras, and then when you flip it, you'll be able to see the capital. This over here is for España, and España is very much in line with Cuba and Mexico. Okay, and then down here we have South America, South America. So in order to make this, it's going to take a couple of steps, and all you need are a few things. So in this tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to make it. Okay, so let's start with your materials that you need. All you need is a cuaderno, and we're going to hold it like this. You're going to need two other pieces of papel. It could be from your cuaderno or just white line or just white paper. So 3 pieces of paper, something to write with a lápiz or bolígrafo, tape or pegamiento glue, and tijeras. And then what I'm going to provide you with is this papel here, which has the countries already written, and I have numbers on them and some words. And as we create this, you'll see what these mean. And then there's a cheat sheet you can look at when you go to write the capitals. Okay, so again, you have your capitals, you have your papel from me, you have your scissors to cut, this to write capitals, this to stick it on, and you have your notebook. This book over here is what I used, so you can see that, for example, Spain is very much in line with Cuba and Mexico. Okay, so this is kind of what we're creating. So you already labeled maps, but you need to do something more than once to really learn it. And by making it hands-on, interactive, it makes it more meaningful. So what we're first going to do is we're going to take our notebook and set it up. So these extra pieces of paper, we're going to glue or tape one piece towards this edge, and then over here we're going to do this piece over here. So go ahead and glue or tape, okay? And then you don't need this whole piece, so we're going to cut a piece of this off so that we can create Spain over here. So when you're done, it's going to look like this, okay? So here's this paper, and then here's this paper down here. You don't have any of these things on there yet. This little piece that you cut over here, you can glue or tape here. So you've taped a piece here, you've taped a piece here, and you've taped a piece here. And then when you go to close it and kind of make your edge a little bit better, okay, when you fold it up, then you can write what it is. You can write Spanish-speaking countries, you can write Los Países Hispanohablantes, or you can use a cheat sheet and you can write that as your title, Los Países Hispanos. Okay? So once you have your paper done, okay, then we're going to start working on the countries. Okay? So let's work on that next. So our countries here, there's numbers 1, 2, and 3. 1, these are countries that are in Central America. 2 is for South America. And 3 is for the Caribbean, and then over in Spain. Okay? So on the paper that I'm giving you, you already have the numbers. Okay, and you already have these words: are, believe, cars, classy, chicken, call. May seem kind of weird, but it'll make sense when we put it all together. So you're just going to follow the instructions. It says cut along the dotted lines. So what you would do is you would cut it out. So when you cut it out, you'll have something that looks like this. Okay, so I just cut it out. And then it says to fold the template in half along the solid line. So you're just going to fold it just like this. Okay? And that's where we're going to stop following the directions that they give you. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut each one of these along the dotted line so that you wind up having all these little countries, okay, just like this. Okay, so go ahead, take some time, cut it out, fold it, and then we're gonna cut them out individually. So you're gonna do that for that side and for this side. So you're gonna have all these little countries. Okay, and if you wanna pause it now, feel free. The next step is to take the country, open it up, and then write the capital. So you have your cheat sheet over here for the capitals. So for Colombia, I would go ahead and write Bogotá. Okay, so I've written Bogotá. I have my country. Okay, so that's what you need to do next. So you have your paper set up, you've cut these out, you've cut these out. Next, you're gonna label the capitals, okay? So if you wanna pause and do that and then come back. So when you're done cutting out all of your countries, you're gonna wanna organize them based upon number. So, this is one that I made yesterday and I had not numbered it, okay? But if I were to number it, one was Central America, so this would be like a 1, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. These would all be 1s. I'm just gonna put this in, but you already have the 1 on there, okay? 2s would be South America, and again, you already have this. Okay, this is just to help you kind of keep them all together, because there's a few countries that start with P, a few that start with C, and then 3s would be my Caribbean and Spain. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is this is probably the hardest part, you're going to put them on your paper, but I don't want you just to line them up. I want you to put them where they really are in the map so that it can help you remember where they are. Okay, so on this paper here we're gonna put Mexico, okay? And then of course you flip it open and you can see the capital, Mexico City, Guatemala, those first 2 were pretty easy. Then El Salvador, San Salvador, look how those are similar, El Salvador, San Salvador, okay? Nicaragua sounds similar, Managua. Costa Rica has 2 words. San Jose is 2 words. Panama is an easy one because that's just Panama. Honduras is really the trickiest one to spell, Tegucigalpa. Okay, so this is the part that's gonna take the most time. So you can use mine as an example. So we're gonna have Mexico. So you're just gonna either tape here or you can glue underneath, okay? Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Cuba, La República Dominicana, Puerto Rico. Over here we have España. Then we have South America, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Bolivia, Peru, Paraguay, Chile, Argentina, Uruguay. If you get confused with these 2, just remember it goes up, U-P, up. So Uruguay and then Paraguay. Trick for Peru, Peru has 4 letters, Lima has 4 letters también. Okay? You all thought it was interesting that Bolivia had 2 capitals, La Paz and Sucre. Okay, muy bien. Just another trick before I forget to mention it. Puerto Rico has 2 words and so does the capital, San Juan. Okay. La República Dominicana, similar spelling, Santo Domingo, Dominicana, Domingo. Okay? Cuba, you can spell Havana with a B or with a V. So, once you have them all put together, which might take the longest time, I highlighted the first letter of each country. Okay? And the reason I did that was because we're gonna help ourselves remember where they are based upon a mnemonic. Okay, so the M stands for my. So my, G, grandma, E, eats. You could say hamburgers or ham. not chicken patties. So that's pretty easy to remember. My grandmother eats hamburgers, not chicken patties. Those help you remember. And then you say, oh, my Mexico, grandma, Guatemala. Another trick is that G comes before H in the alphabet. So that will help you remember Guatemala is here and Honduras is over here. The one for South America is very classy, elite people, and PE, so PE for Peru, believe purple cars are ugly. You can come up with your own, but again, very classy people believe purple cars are ugly. Okay, I like the one, a student had come up with this a long time ago. Call Dad, please. So C, call Cuba, Dad, D, Dominicana, please, the P, Puerto Rico, soon, call Dad, please, soon. Soon for Spain, but of course we say España. Okay. The last thing to know is that some of these have accents, like Mexico, Panama, República. España doesn't have an accent. This is called a little tilde. It goes over the N only. Peru has an accent, and those are the only ones that have accents. Okay, so when you're done, you're just gonna fold it back up like this. Yours will probably look neater than mine. Okay, and then that's just one page in your notebook, and you go on to the rest of your notebook. Again, this is for los países hispanos, or los países hispanohablantes, Spanish-speaking countries. Right, we had 3 pieces of paper. We had our country paper here. We cut it out so that it looked like this. We folded it. Then we cut them individually and then flip them up, write the capital using our little cheat sheet over here. And then the part that takes the most time is to organize it based upon where these countries really are located in the world. So we're pretending that this is Central America, this is the Caribbean, that's Europe, and then over here we have South America. Okay? Again, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 1 Central America, 2 South, 3 the Caribbean and Europe, and the letters we highlighted coming up with my grandma eats hamburgers, not chicken patties. Very classy, elite people believe purple cars are ugly. Call Dad, please, soon. Hope this helps.